back on the sprayer now. Andrew has gone to get me a breakfast wrap, so I'm just waiting for that before I set off. Anyway, we've been playing with this last night, so I'm going to see it later on in the video. Wish McDonald's started doing them again. It's a little bit wet. It was a bit wet when we put fertiliser on this field, but I've got so much to do. I've just kind of got to keep going. Dad was saying that this month for solar, so this March, was the worst March we've ever had for solar in 7 years, and I think it was 15% down on the previous worst March. If that makes sense. That's just how dull March has been. Just spraying over there, well, getting the sprayer muddy. Just come across, this is the last wheat we drilled, stitched into this stubble. Looks okay, a little bit thin in places, especially where it was wet, and we kind of had to ease the pressure off the drill just to keep moving. So through the mat of straw, it's not the best, but it's still probably going to out yield a crop of spring barley. So fingers crossed it does all right. Just on this ground now, a lot drier. I don't know whether you can see, but there's brome in the bottom, so between the rows there's bits of green. That's hopefully what the spray is going to kill, and you can see there actually a bit more, a bit of damp patch there, which is a bit behind. Yes, hopefully this spray will knock that out, and we'll just have wheat left in this field. This was after OSR, as you can see, because you can see the stalks sticking up. Good to know the auto steer works in reverse, because there's a little bit there that I miss. So rather than going a loop, I'm just going to drive down that bit and get it, because it'll do less damage than looping. Anyway, I just put it in reverse, the auto steer stayed on, and it kept me perfectly straight back down the tram line. Just waiting for it to dry up a little bit, because there's a little bit stick on the next field I've got to go on. So we're going to have a look at this open day at Clark and Pullman. So we'll see if there's a 728 here. It's a beast, that. Got loads of JCBs here, and they've got this one which Nick's bought, which is a bit of a monster. So it's 5.6 tonne to 8 metres. It's huge. I have to get Andrew to stand next to it for scale in a minute. Sam's going to stand next to that for scale, just to show you the size. But look at this, it looks like it's got an ankle tag on or something. It's got like a big weight on this front corner. Must be to balance it so it doesn't like flip that way maybe. That's a good idea, this flap on the front of that. This looks massive. Andrew reckons this is what we had for the tractor run, but I can't remember. I don't remember that stainless steel exhaust. Fast track icon here. Has that been painted with a brush? You can tell the icons have the yellow handles. Anyone know what that's for down there? Little bottle jack. It's hissing when I went in there. Look at that. Make that lighter. It's not. I suppose the top link's quite far out, but it's a good idea. It's weird though, isn't it? A bit over-engineered. It's a fancy seat. Normally they have Grammar seats in. Was it made by Grammar? Big fridge. Apparently it's got the same turning circle as one of the little ones.
This keep your food warm as well, hot and cold.
Alright. Make your jelly sweets go running. It's a bit of a beast. They do look cool, black combines. It's got a screen here that folds down. Didn't realise they don't go all the way in though.
Oh, 6 box, isn't it?
Suits you that, Rob?
We're having 2, one each.
Would do, yeah.
And we don't drink and
If you
drive.
do 0% finance, yeah. That's like tiny JCB. Like, that's me foot. Go on, Poppy, you're going to stand next to it for scale.
Got to pint glass scale.
It's tiny, isn't it?
That is about your size, actually.
I think it's 514, so that must be 1.4 tonne to 4 metres.
That just do you.
Got back now, it was spitting on the way back, so I called up my uncle's, and he was looking at, he's researching a watermill that used to be by them, by where he lives, and he got these books. This is it here. It's a bit like the Farmers Weekly, loads of things in it, even something about going on about a conflict in France. It's a bit heavy reading because it's written in Old English. It's from like the 1700s, but he's found the book's fascinating. Come to fill me sprayer up. I want some manganese. This was the other quiz question the other day. That's what it is. 15% of this is manganese. Put it on the wheat to help it grow in the barley. But I have a thing that screws on there to then clip this pipe on. Because of the shape of the IBC, I can't swing. I'll show you actually. Let me clip it on properly. Them clips catch here and there. No matter where you turn it, you can't get them to open and put it on. So we have to clip the thing on, screw that, and then screw it on afterwards by spinning the pipe. It's the right pain. So we need like an extension or a short pipe with a male and a female on. Click it too. So I'm gonna have to have a look at making something up on Monday for that. It's kind of needs something a little bit like that, clips on, but then at the other end, it's gonna have a male connector to go onto the end of that. So what should have been a quick 2-minute job of clip it on was a 5-minute faff while I was rushing because it was filling up with water at the same time. Not sure if you can see, but see the smaller green stripes? Is it going to focus? And then you've got the darker green stripes. So this was a little bit thin here, so we stitched some into it in February, so it matches the rest of the field. So I'm just spraying this now for some weed control. This was the field next to the sunflowers that had the volunteer volunteer OSR on it last year that we harvested. You see there where the row came out the back of the combine, and that's all the weed seeds probably growing just sort of there. I can't even put my finger to there. So we're just going to hopefully knock them out. They should start dying soon. I think that's mostly bromes. So this stuff, Broadway Star or Paleo, depending on where you buy it from. Hopefully we'll take that out. That's the plan anyway. This field of wheat, I was a little bit worried about when we drilled it. It was a bit slow emerging and it was a bit thin, but to be honest, it's kind of pulled through. A little bit thin here, but that does lie water in the winter. And if we go up to the far end in a second, you'll see where we patched up, where it hadn't grown at all, and you can now see the wheat in that as well that's come through the spring. You can see here, actually see where we patched in, so it's like little green stripes compared to the bigger green stripes there. Then on this hill here, it was obviously quite thin, so again it's new greener stripes. See, you can't really see it when you look to the left. There we go. So this was the bit that we completely ripped up with a sumo and re-drilled. So it's all green now. In fact, I'll jump off and show you. So can you see? Nice little green rows now. Whereas this was black soil a few weeks ago. But that's what it should have looked like. It should have been bigger, bushier plants like that. I think I'm going to have to do something with straw henge. It's been up for quite a while now. Been 2 years this summer. Bit of a glow coming off the sunset, and I've got my orange on. Yeah, them 728s look perfect size, perfect speed. Ideal really for what we could do with. But fortunately, if you order 2 today, you won't see them till September 2024, unless anyone drops out of any in the meantime. So gonna get my skates on, haven't I? So today I've had 2 invites, one that's very official looking. So it is to the Royal Garden Party, which is a nice piece of cardboard and all instructions and security stuff, and also Great Eccleston Show has also asked would I be able to attend as well, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, very fancy envelope, so thanks for that. And I will be going there on the 3rd of May in London, the big smoke. As I came back in with the spray, it started raining, the bumper got wet, so I hope that spray I put on will work. Anyway, we're doing it on the bumper today, the buggy today. So we've got Cole Davis is 15, Rory Cannon is 1, Topsy Neve, I think that's how you pronounce it, Kelly Frewer is 40, Harry Youngs is 4, Fred Knowles is 11, we've got Tim Taylor who's 40, we've got Aaron
Birmingham, is that right? I might have spelled it wrong. Birmingham, could be Birmingham. David Smales, Paul McCartney, Melissa Payne, Tom Badman is 49, and Allard Parish is 37 or 35 plus 2, apparently. So happy birthday everyone on there. Look at that, nearly 31,000, amazing. That's all for today. I was hoping that we would have got some more field work done today. I only got a little bit of spraying done because the way rain has been playing about, and we also want to get some drilling done. But tomorrow is supposed to be a good day, although it is drizzling now, which is a shame. Anyway, I am going. I'll see you tomorrow.